What's up, guys? It's Storm here, and welcome to my first episode of my Trickshot tips series. This is a new series that I'm starting up on my channel, and I hope it's going to be a lot of help to you guys. As you guys know, in this series, I'm going to try to give tips not only to people who are just starting out with trick shots, but later in the video, I'm going to try and incorporate some stuff to make it a really helpful video to you, even if you're not a beginner and you've been trick shotting for a while. So even if you're pretty good at trick shots, stick around to the end and you might hear something that'll really help you out. So for the first video in this series, the main suggestion that I got was timing your shot. And Black Ops 2 is a game where that can definitely be tricky sometimes, but especially for beginners, there's one major tip that really helps out. Now if you're a beginner at trick shotting and you want to get better, the main advice I can definitely give you is to master your 360. Now that may seem like kind of obvious advice, but I'll show you why it's so important here in a second. If you're just a beginner at trick shotting and you're going into games and you're just spinning in circles and trying to hit something as best as you can, you really have no idea how you're lining up stuff if you haven't started really small. People who can hit their 720s and their more complex shots, they all had to master just the simple 360 first. And for a lot of people this can actually be really difficult. So what I like to recommend is just getting as much practice in as you can. Which in the gameplay here you'll notice that as I turn and go on to the top of the turbine here, at every opportunity I have to turn, I'm making a 360 degree turn. And this is exactly how I learned to get my timing good. I did it back on MW2, and what I would do is when I was going back up the ladder on, I believe it was Quarry, I'd go climb back up into the building, and at every place there was a spot for me to turn, I'd practice 360ing and hitting it exactly so I could spin and then keep walking. And by doing that, it provided me a lot of opportunities to make sure that my shot was right on, and it gave me a chance to really try out different angles. So even if this might seem like a really small step to learn when you're just starting out trick shotting, it's definitely the most important to learn. And that's another thing that you'll learn with trick shotting in general. Nothing really substitutes just practicing in private match. If you want to master something, just practicing it over and over in private match is what's really going to get you good. And definitely you could probably get down your timing within at least a couple days of doing this, if not just a single day in private match. So, on to some of the more complex trick shotters, people who have been doing this for a while. People wondering how to really time their shot. For you guys, what you're doing is all about knowing what you're doing before you do it. It's going to be really difficult to time your shot if you just hop in a public match not knowing what shot you're going for at all, and not knowing how many spins you're going to be doing or anything like that. What I recommend doing is knowing what class you use and what exactly you're going to do, and have whatever shot you're going to do line up straight on with whoever you're trying to hit. So what I mean by this is when you're going for your shot, have it so you're jumping while facing straight at them. And whatever you've worked out that you're doing, have it so your timing ends up so however you were facing when you jumped, that's exactly how you're facing when you shoot. Just because this is going to be the easiest possible way to time it, and it's super easy to adjust in the middle of a game. Because all you have to do is, if your target's in a different spot than you thought, all you have to do is turn and face them, and then you can just jump and go in that same general direction. That's really some of the most consistent advice I can give you. In videos where you see kids going and doing like 1080s off the top of the turbine for a spawn shot, they're not just going and jumping and spinning in a circle and hoping their best that, wow, I really hope this shot's going to line up this time. No, they already know exactly where the shot's going to line up. That's the key. They've practiced the shot that they're going to do, and they have it all mastered. So, I really hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Trickshot Tips. If you did, please hit the like button. It helps me out a lot. And I hope to be posting another one of these soon if you guys did enjoy this. As usual, thank you for all the support. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you.